seeing it right away. Virgo, July 29th, you've been acting like you are fine while your battery is basically blinking red. Queen of Wands reverse. This card is about dimmed confidence, performative warmth, and creative authority getting scattered. You are posting for reassurance. You are smiling through resentment. You are saying yes when your body already said no. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. Queen of Wands reverse shows you trying to look unbothered while your spark is leaking out through every little over-explaining habit. Don't lie to yourself. You are not weak. You are tired. And tired people start confusing attention with power. That is the trap here. You keep checking who noticed, who liked, who answered, who clapped. But the real question is, where did your energy go? Reclaim your center. Stop performing warmth for people who drain you. Laid without auditioning. Five of Cups reverse. This card is recovery from grief, emotional repair, and turning toward what remains. You finally deleted the old thread. You called back after withdrawing. You looked at one good thing after a brutal week, and that mattered more than you wanted to admit. Because this is not about pretending the hurt never happened. Five of Cups reversed asks you to stop feeding regret like it is still your job. You have been loyal to pain out of habit. That is over. There is support available. There is still something standing. Maybe it is one person. Maybe it is one idea. Maybe it is the version of you that did not quit even when you wanted to. Do not force positivity. Just stop worshiping the loss. Let grief move. Let the room feel empty without making it your identity. Five of Swords reversed. This card is ending conflict, dropping ego battles, and repairing after harm. I am seeing you almost send the text, then delete it. I am seeing you stop yourself mid-argument because you realize winning would cost too much. Five of Swords reversed is the apology text. It is the quiet exit. It is letting someone else have the last word and not making that mean you lost. You do not need to keep score forever. You do not need to reopen old wounds just to prove you were right. Actually, no, this is bigger than pride. This is accountability. Own your part. Name what you did. Name what you will not do again. Then leave the fight alone. Surrender is not weakness here. Surrender is maturity. So the whole moment is this. Burnout is masking a real creative spark. Your confidence is not gone. It is buried under performance, grief, and one too many pointless battles. Clear the noise. Stop chasing validation. Clean up the emotional mess. Then come back to your work like somebody who knows exactly where their power is. July 29th, Virgo. I'm seeing the cleanup after the performance, not the performance itself. The part where you sit down, look at your phone, and realize you've been giving everybody else the polished version while your own battery is on 1%. Queen of Wands reversed. This is dim confidence, and it shows up when you start posting for reassurance, smiling through resentment, or saying yes while you are already depleted. Queen of Wands reversed is asking where your energy leaks are. Actually, no, it is not asking. It is showing you. You keep trying to look unbothered, but the real issue is you are tired of being seen only when you are useful. Reclaim your center. Stop performing warmth when you feel dry inside. Do not chase validation today. Lead without auditioning. Nine of Wands reversed. Nine of Wands reversed is exhaustion with the guard still up. That looks like doom scrolling after a hard day, snapping at somebody because you have nothing left, or dropping your routines the second stress hits. You knew this already. You are not lazy. You are worn out. But do not confuse exhaustion with failure, and do not confuse every inconvenience with a threat. Rest before you react. Rebuild the boundary. If you keep pushing through blindly, you will call it strength while your nervous system is begging for a break. Five of Cups reversed. Five of Cups reversed is the moment you finally look up and notice what is still standing. It is healing, acceptance, release. It is deleting the old thread, calling someone back after you withdrew, seeing one good thing after a brutal week. Because this is the turn, not forced positivity. Not pretending it did not hurt, just letting grief move instead of living in it. If you have been loyal to pain, that loyalty is costing you access to support. Let somebody help. Let the room be less heavy. Let the regret loosen its grip. Five of Swords reversed. Five of Swords reverses the argument ending before it becomes a personality trait. It is sending the apology text, stopping the back and forth mid escalation, letting somebody else have the last word. This card is not about losing. It is about refusing to keep score forever. Let me rephrase that. It is about refusing to bleed just to prove you were right. Own your part. Walk away from pointless fights. Do not reopen old wounds for control. Peace is not weakness. Peace is you deciding the damage does not get another round. So the moment is clear. You are coming out of the burnout loop, not all at once, but enough to notice it, enough to stop performing confidence where there is actually fatigue. Enough to stop confusing attention with power, enough to choose repair over reaction. Virgo, this is the week you lower the armor without abandoning yourself. You rest, you call back, you clean up the mess, you stop feeding the fight. And you remember that real authority does not need to shout. Virgo, July 29th, I'm seeing the same pattern keep circling the drain, and it is not because you lack fire. It is because you keep stopping at the edge of the match. Queen of Wands reversed. This card is about dim confidence and reversed. It shows up when you are trying to look warm while your battery is dead. You posted for reassurance. You smiled through the irritation. You said yes when you were already tapped out. You are not short on charisma. You are leaking it into people who keep taking without reflecting anything back. Nine of Wands reversed. This reversal is exhaustion, plain and simple. You are acting guarded because you are tired, not because everything is a threat. You checked your phone too many times. You stayed in the argument too long. Then you went quiet and called it protection. Actually, no, it is depletion. Rest before you react. Lower the armor before it turns into a habit. Ace of Wands. This card is the spark that cuts through all that noise. One clear idea, one clean impulse. One text, one outline, one first step. You do not need the whole plan. You need the beginning. The moment you stop waiting to feel fully recovered, the momentum starts moving again. Start small, but start now. Five of Cups reversed. This card is recovery after the spill. You finally look at what is still standing. You answer the message. You delete the thread. You stop replaying the part where it went wrong and notice the part that is still usable. I'm seeing repair here, but not fake positivity. Not pretending it did not hurt, just choosing not to live inside the hurt all day. Five of Swords reversed. This reversal is where the fight gets dropped. You stop drafting the comeback. You stop keeping score in your head. You let somebody have the last word because winning the argument would cost you more than it gives. Because this is the part that matters. Peace is not avoidance when you own your part. Peace is what happens when you stop using honesty like a weapon. So the moment is simple. You are tired but not finished. You are wounded but not broken. The spark is still there, but it will not grow in a room full of ego battles and half-rested resentment. Step back from the noise. Admit where the energy is leaking. Then move. One action, one repair, one honest beginning. Virgo, July 29th. Because this is where the pressure starts to move, not disappear, move. Queen of Wands reversed. This card is showing me the part of you that has been trying to look fine while your fuel has been running on empty. Queen of Wands reversed is self-doubt dressed up as confidence, and it shows up when you keep posting, keep smiling, keep leading, but you are doing it for reassurance. You are not short on talent. You are leaking power. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. The issue is not your fire. The issue is how much of it has been spent performing warmth when you wanted to rest. Nine of Wands reversed. Nine of Wands reversed is exhaustion with the guard still half up. You have been bracing for impact so long that your body forgot what ease feels like. I'm seeing the version of you that keeps doom, scrolling after a hard day, then wonders why the next morning feels heavier. You snap because you were depleted. You pulled back because you were tired, not because you were weak. Nine of Wands, reverse says, admit it, you are tired. Sit down before you react. Rebuild the boundary instead of pretending you can muscle through. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is the spark that comes back when you stop spending all your energy on defense. This card is fresh ignition. It is the first clear impulse, the text message you finally send, the outline you start on your notes app, the idea that hits you while you are washing dishes and suddenly your whole chest wakes up. Ace of Wands says, start small and start now. Do not wait for the perfect mood. Do not kill the spark by explaining it to death. The beginning is the medicine. Two of Swords. Two of Swords is the part where you keep reading the same message, sitting on the same decision, and calling it balance. It is not balance, it is avoidance. Two of Swords is the blindfold you put on because the truth would require a move. You already know what needs to happen. You are just trying to stay comfortable long enough for the discomfort to choose for you. Two of Swords says lower the blindfold. Pick the imperfect option. Say the hard thing. Stop outsourcing the decision to time. Five of Cups reversed. Five of Cups reversed is the first real breath after the grief, not forced positivity. Not pretending it did not hurt. Just the moment you notice what is still standing, this card is calling out the deleted thread, the call you finally return, the one good thing you can still name after a rough week. Five of Cups, reverse says, let the loss move through. Do not make a home in regret. Reconnect with somebody who can actually hold you while you come back to yourself. Five of Swords reversed. Five of Swords reversed is the fight ending because ego is finally getting tired too. This card is the apology text, the moment you stop arguing mid-escalation, the choice to let somebody else have the last word because winning was never the point. Actually, no, this is bigger than that. Five of Swords reversed is accountability without the drama. It is peace without pretending nothing happened. It is walking away from the pointless battle and not picking it back up just to prove you still can. Virgo, the turning point is here. The grief starts loosening. The ego battle starts losing oxygen. And once that happens, your real momentum can finally get in the room. Virgo, July 29th. Wait. The pressure starts to drop here, but not because everything is solved. Because you finally stop feeding what has been draining you. Queen of Wands reversed. This one shows up when you have been trying to look strong while your center is getting thin. Queen of Wands reversed is the version of you posting for reassurance, smiling through resentment, and acting warm when you are actually fried. I'm seeing you giving more than you have, then wondering why your spark feels borrowed. Actually, no, this is not about being too much. It is about leaking power while trying to look unbothered. Pull your energy back. Stop performing confidence. Name where the drain is. Nine of Wands reversed. Nine of Wands reversed is exhaustion that has turned into lower defenses. You have been on guard so long that even normal life feels like a threat. Then you snap, then you shut down, then you drop the routine because you are tired of protecting it. This is not failure, this is fatigue. Rest before you react. Rebuild the boundary before you call it quits. You do not need to win today. You need to stop bleeding energy into every little thing. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is the first clean spark after all that strain. It is the moment you finally say, I'm starting here, not later. Not when it is perfect. Now, this looks like a new idea, a first call, a small action that breaks the stall. Because the spark is real, but it will die if you sit on it and overthink it. Start small. Start messy. Start while the fire is still warm. Two of Swords. Two of Swords is the part where you already know the answer, but you keep your eyes covered anyway. You have been rereading the same message, replaying the same choice, avoiding the same conversation. That is not balance. That is delay dressed up as control. Choose with imperfect information. Say the thing. Make the call. Lower the blindfold. You already knew that. Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups brings the temptation to drift into every possible version of your life. Too many options, too many fantasies, too many shiny exits. This is where Virgo can get stuck making lists instead of moves. Pick one real path and test it against your actual schedule, actual energy, actual life. Don't romanticize every door. Some of them are just noise. Choose what you can sustain. Five of Cups reversed. Five of Cups reversed is where the grief starts to loosen its grip. You stop staring only at what was lost and finally notice what is still standing. Maybe you answer the text. Maybe you call someone back. Maybe you delete the thread and stop reopening the wound. That is repair. That is recovery. Let the feeling move. Do not force positivity. Just stop being loyal to the pain. Five of Swords reversed. Five of Swords reversed ends the ego battle. The argument does not need another round. The point does not need to be proven again. This is the apology text. This is walking away before it gets uglier. This is letting somebody else have the last word because peace matters more than winning. Actually, let me rephrase that. Peace matters more than feeding the part of you that wants to keep score. So the moment is turning. The grief is not gone, but it is loosening. The conflict is not your home anymore. You are pulling your power back, choosing one real step, and letting the fire return without the performance. Virgo, July 29th. Okay. I'm seeing the whole thing narrow down now, not into more noise, into one real lane. Queen of Wands reversed. This card is about showing up like you are fine when you are not. Queen of Wands reversed is the version of you posting, smiling, and answering fast while your battery is at 3%. You have been trying to look magnetic while quietly resenting how much you have to give. The same confidence you keep performing. Actually, no. Let me rephrase that. You have been leaking power through performance. The move now is simple. Stop feeding the room just to feel wanted. Say where the energy is going. Cut the extra yes. Lead from your center, not from the need to be seen. Nine of Wands reversed. Nine of Wands reverses the body saying, I am done holding the line like this. You are checking the same thread, the same message, the same problem, and your nerves are fried. That matters. This is not weakness. This is exhaustion with armor still on. You are not meant to keep bracing forever. This is the exhaustion under the armor showing up in your body now. Put the phone down, sleep before you answer. Rebuild the boundary before you call it quits. And call burnout a breakthrough. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is the spark that comes back when you stop performing and start listening. I'm seeing one clean impulse here. One idea, one call, one first move. It does not need a full plan yet. It needs contact with reality. Start the thing. Draft the page. Send the message by the notebook. Make the first move while it is still hot. Do not wait until you can explain it perfectly. That delay kills momentum. This is not about completion. This is about ignition. Two of Swords. Two of Swords is the part where you already know, and you keep sitting there like you don't. You are reading the same text over and over. You are avoiding the conversation because once it is spoken, the choice becomes real. Actually, no. It was real before you spoke it. The blindfold is the habit, the same choice you already know, and keep circling instead of making. The stalemate is self-protection. Lower. Pick the honest option, even if it is messy. Choose with imperfect information. Standing still is still a decision. Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is where your mind starts shopping for fantasy because reality asks for discipline. You can imagine 10 different exits, 10 different versions of yourself, 10 different ways this could go. but only one path has receipts. Only one path can be lived on Tuesday morning. You already knew that. Stop romanticizing the option that flatters your fear. Test it. Ask what it costs. Ask what it requires after the excitement wears off. Choose the one you can actually sustain. 5 of Cups reversed. 5 of Cups reversed is grief finally loosening its grip. You are not pretending nothing happened. You are just not making a home in the loss anymore. That old thread gets deleted. That person gets called back or not. Either way, you stop staring at the spill and notice what is still upright. This card is not forcing happiness. It is letting support back in. One good thing, one honest conversation, one sign that life is not over because one moment hurt. 5 of Swords reversed. 5 of Swords reversed is the moment you stop trying to win the argument that already poisoned the room. You drop the scorekeeping. You stop rehearsing the comeback, you send the apology, or you accept it, or you walk away without slamming the door. This card is humility with a spine. It knows when the fight is pointless. It knows when peace is more powerful than being right. Do not reopen old wounds just to prove you can still touch them. So here it is. Discernment is back. The fog is not gone, but it is thinner. One grounded path is showing itself, and it is not the one that flatters your fear. It is the one that holds up in daylight. Choose that one. Okay. That's all I've got for now. If this hit, you already know what to do. Please like, subscribe, tell your group chat. I'll see y'all soon.